did Jack Smith ask for
He
the job?
did not ask me for the job, no.
Did he convey through someone else that he wanted the job?
I would be surprised if that were the case, but
Well, you don't know?
No, I don't know.
So he may have?
I want to move on to January 6th. Is it accurate to say that the DOJ is on pace to arrest roughly one protester a day in 2024, nearly 3 years after the incident?
I don't know what the pace is. The job is to arrest and bring to justice people who are criminally responsible, and as they are found, they will be arrested.
Do you believe under the Second Amendment there should be no restriction on the quantity of gun that any law-abiding citizen should own? I'm not talking about types. I can own 5 guns, 500, or 5,000. Do you believe there should be no limitations on quantity of guns?
No limitations on what?
On the quantity, on number. 500 or 5,000 guns that I can own.
On the number of guns that people can purchase?
Yeah, for my collection.
I don't think there's any statutory.
Yeah, so there is no limitation. So you agree with that, right?
I just want to start by saying, may the record show that although I'm a Vermonter, I do not partake in cannabis products, but after today's hearing, I could understand why someone might want to actually pop a gummy. It is maddening to witness so many of my colleagues seeming to care more about propping up and protecting a convicted felon than protecting the rule of law. And last week was a district week, so I was back in my home district, and I got asked the following questions a lot, and this was from people from across the political spectrum, Democrats, Republicans, Independents. They asked me the same questions. Why do they protect him? And the him in question is, of course, the former president. And they ask me, are they true believers? Are they apologists? Are they enablers? Are they just scared about what's going to happen to them if they don't defend the former president? I don't know, but I do know history is going to reveal the answer. The truth will out. The truth will out. Now, I'd like to leave the land of make-believe and talk about something that really matters to my people back home, which is the fact that we have a crushing housing crisis in Vermont right now. And the last time you sat before this committee, less than a year ago, I applauded your remarks on DOJ's increased enforcement against corporate crime, and in particular, DOJ's actions to take on corporate consolidation, price-fixing, collusion. And since coming to Congress, I've tried to focus a great deal on finding solutions to the nation's housing crisis, and in particular, what's happening in Vermont. In my home state, we saw a 12% jump in home prices over the last year. That's twice the national average and the highest yearly increase across all states. So part of the problem is lack of supply, but that's not entirely what's causing skyrocketing home prices. It's not just a lack of supply. There's corporate greed at work here too. So so-called property management software companies like RealPage and Yardi are making the housing crisis worse by facilitating unwarranted rent hikes by landlords. And I will say, you don't have to take my word for it. You can go right on the homepage of RealPage, which boasts that they increase rents for client landlords between 5 and 12% in every market in which they are coordinating prices. So in fact, one of the software developers told investigative journalists that leasing agents, quote, had too much empathy compared to computer-generated pricing. So this is how price-fixing cartels operate. So I know that DOJ is concerned about price fixing. You're concerned about this issue, and I know you can't speak on the particulars, but can you please talk in the abstract about the importance of price competition in markets and the role of antitrust law in maintaining competitions?
Yes. The theory is that if Suppliers do not collude with each other if they offer the price that East wants. And those customers then meet them in an equal marketplace that will reach an efficient price that will be in the best interest of resource allocation and particularly with respect to consumer prices.
And do you?
When
I
they
apologize.
collude, when the suppliers collude, they create a monopoly price, which is not good either for the economy in general, but is certainly above the market price. And the kinds of things you're talking about in general, price collusion, which is exacerbated by data collection and logarithms that set suggested prices, that can lead to a price above the competitive price, which costs consumers more.
I thank you so much. I see that I'm almost out of time. Just want to end by saying what many of my colleagues have said before me. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for being willing to answer our questions. And I very much appreciate the expertise that you bring to your job. Thank you so much.
Gentlelady yields back. Gentlelady from Wyoming is recognized.